Welcome to Wanty Tube. Tonight, we enter one of the darkest and most tragic stories in the Bible. A man chosen by God, gifted with supernatural power, but destroyed by temptation, betrayal, and his own weakness. This is the story of Samson, the strongest man who fell. Let's begin. Samson was born in a time of oppression. Israel was suffering under the rule of the Philistines, a powerful enemy nation that crushed God's people. But before Samson was even born, an angel appeared to his mother with a message: this child will be set apart. He will begin to deliver Israel. Samson was chosen from the womb. He was to live as a Nazirite, never drinking wine, never touching what was unclean, and never cutting his hair. His long hair was not magic. It was a symbol, a sign that his strength came from God alone. And when Samson grew, it became clear the Spirit of God was upon him. One day, Samson was traveling, when suddenly, a young lion attacked him. No weapon, no army, just Samson, and with bare hands, he tore the lion apart. It was the first glimpse of something terrifying. This man was unstoppable. Samson began striking the Philistines, one battle after another, a single man humiliating an entire nation. But Samson's greatest enemy was not the Philistines. It was himself. Samson had strength, but he lacked discipline. He was drawn toward temptation, toward forbidden relationships, toward desire. Again and again, he ignored wisdom, until one name entered his life: Delilah. Delilah was beautiful, charming, but she was dangerous. The Philistine leaders approached her with silver. Find the secret of Samson's strength, and we will make you rich. Delilah agreed, and the trap began. Night after night, she asked him, Samson, tell me the secret of your power. At first, Samson lied. He played games, but Delilah persisted. Her voice became a weapon. How can you say you love me when you don't trust me? Samson grew weak, not in muscles, but in spirit. And finally, he gave away the truth. My hair has never been cut, because I belong to God. That night, as Samson slept, Delilah called in a servant. The scissors came out. Locks fell to the ground. And when Samson awoke, he felt the difference. The presence of God had departed. For the first time, Samson was powerless. The Philistines rushed in. They seized him. They bound him in chains. And then, they did something unthinkable. They gouged out his eyes. The strongest man in Israel was now blind. The warrior, now a prisoner. The champion, now a slave grinding grain in darkness. This was Samson's lowest moment. A man who once tore lions apart, now broken by betrayal. But the story was not finished, because in the silence, something began to happen. His hair started to grow again, and more importantly, Samson's heart began to return to God. One day, the Philistines gathered in a massive temple. Thousands filled the room. They brought Samson out for entertainment. They mocked him, "Where is your God now?" Blind and chained, Samson stood between the pillars, and in that moment, he whispered a prayer: Lord, remember me, strengthen me, just one last time. Then Samson placed his hands on the pillars. The building trembled. The crowd laughed, until suddenly, Samson pushed with everything he had. Stone cracked. The temple shook. And with a thunderous collapse, the entire structure fell. Samson died, but he took down Israel's enemies with him. In his final act, he fulfilled his purpose. Samson's story is a warning and a lesson. A warning that strength without obedience leads to destruction. A lesson that even after failure, God can still hear a broken prayer. Samson fell, but his final moment became redemption. Thank you for watching Wanty Tube. If this story moved you, subscribe for more cinematic Bible stories for adults. Until next time, stay strong, stay faithful. This is Wanty Tube, and the Word still speaks.